How can it be that a malam will stand in his mosque and tell you that when you kill somebody, you will have a reward in heaven? Or how can it be that a pastor will stand on a pulpit and tell you that when you kill somebody, you have a reward? That is a lie, because God created us in his own image and likeness, and it is not in God's diary or agenda for one to kill one. When Cain killed his brother Abel, God was angry with him. The blood in you, the blood in me is given by God. It is God's blood, not religious blood. And before you came to this world, you have no religion. You were born as an infant. You don't even know anything until when you are growing, they tell you that it is Christianity or Islam or Hindu or paganism, whatsoever you want, because you have the right to choose. God in the Garden of Eden has the power to compel us to go for one religion, yet he has given us the freedom to choose whatsoever we want to. In 1983, I was traveling from Jos to Kaduna, precise Zaria, and I got stuck in Pambegua. Had no transport. I was traveling, trekking from Pambegua. Whoever knows Pambegua to Zaria was not a small journey. I was trekking, and behold, somebody in the bush was cutting a firewood. Up there on the tree, he sighted me trekking for a long distance, and he came down. He took his bicycle. He rolled down to me and asked me, "Young man, where are you heading to? I've seen you ride from a distance, trekking." I said, "Yeah, I just want to go to Zaria where my parents are." He asked me then, "Why are you trekking?" I said, "I don't have transport money." He picked me to his home. He gave me transport money from Rahama down to Zaria to Basawa Barracks, where I reside. And when my parents saw me very late in the evening, they asked me, "Why are you coming this night?" I said, "I got hooked up and somebody took me and he gave me transport money." Guess who that person is? He was a Muslim. That same 84, I was traveling to Maiduguri, precise Potiskum, and I hooked in Kano. In Kano State, I met a man who paid my fare to Potiskum. Reaching Potiskum, it was late in the night. I have nowhere to put my head. And in that park, somebody picked me to his home. And I slept there. Very early in the morning, he warmed water and gave me. I took my bath. He gave me my breakfast. I took, and then he asked me my destination. Asked me who that person is. He was a Muslim man. Now, I am from Plateau State. These two people, the first one is from Zaria. The second is from Kano. We have no relationship. We have nothing in common. But they were feeling what I was going through. They were walking along with me in my pains. If today the world will also have the same mentality, the same feelings that these people had in those days on me, I feel that the world will be a peaceful place, that no more fighting, no more killings, no more banditry, no more kidnapping. Because if it were today, definitely these people would have hired me and asked for a ransom. My name is Dennis Daniel. Welcome to Crystalcentric Film House. You are welcome to this edition. I want to bring to your memory the creation of God from the beginning, like the Bible recorded, and also some book of religious belief. God created the heavens and the earth, and he created man. And after the creation of man, man began to bring up his own government, which we call system. And in this system, a lot of things went wrong. And I want to bring to your understanding that even in the Christian religion, once upon a time, Jesus Christ came and he was tested by some leaders of the sanctuary, asking him a question: who is your neighbor? Some school of thought believe that somebody who lives closer to your door or next to your door, or a man who lives in your community or your society. Well, you are not wrong. But when we go down deep to the teachings of Jesus Christ, we discover that there are three characters who came and found a man who was beaten by armed robbers. One was a priest, one was a Levite, and the other man was a Samaritan who has no relationship with that man. But Jesus was trying to bring unto us the introduction or the meaning of a neighbor. A neighbor is somebody who has compassion on you when you are going through trials, pains. When Jesus Christ brought that story of the Good Samaritan, he is trying to tell us that whosoever has compassion on you is your neighbor. How? The Samaritan has nothing to do with the Jew. The Samaritan has no relationship with the Jew. Jesus Christ has come to tell us what transpired between that Jew who was beaten by armed robbers. He said he picked him, he took him to an inn, he paid for his treatment. The Bible says he had compassion on him. Though he has no relationship with him, he has a compassion. Now, your neighbor is whosoever has compassion on you based on the teachings of Jesus Christ. He could be an Hindu, he could be a Muslim, he could be a fellow Christian, he could be somebody who you don't know. Name them. Any man who has been created by God and has the same feeling that you are going through, or also share the same problem that you are going through, is your neighbor. I am taking you to a large school of thought where you begin to understand why human beings need to deal with fellow human beings the way God created us. If we begin to deal with human beings the way God created us, we will have no problem on earth. The reason why Christ came, according to the Bible, is to bring peace on earth. Because the Bible says he is the Prince of Peace. You will agree with me that whatsoever religion you are practicing, preach peace. So if that religion is preaching peace, it means we need to understand what peace means. I am talking about who is your neighbor. Now, until we have what peace, or until we understand what peace means, we will not understand who our neighbor is. Your neighbor is somebody who desires you to enjoy your life, to bring peace into your home. Your neighbor is somebody who desires to see you progressing. Your neighbor is somebody who shares your pains. Your neighbor is somebody who also grieves with you. No wonder Paul said that we should rejoice with whosoever is rejoicing and to mourn with those who are mourning. That is an example of who a neighbor is. If, for instance, I am going through pains and you see me and you detest me, or you just forsake me, or you despise me, or you forget about me, it means you are not my neighbor. Neighbor is all about caring for one another. It's all about sharing with one another. It's all about understanding the feelings of one another. And so, God created the heavens and the earth, and he put man. And the day man failed, he started introducing his own government, which we call system. And this system carries what we call ideology. And let me warn you that ideology are not easy to be wiped. Whatever you have learned from your childhood will stay with you until God's help you to wipe away the ideology that brings you up, or the ideology that you believe when you are growing up, or the ideology which you receive from teachers. There could be preachers, there could be, teachers from your primary school, secondary school, even to your tertiary education. And I want you to know that it is not easy for man to begin to change from what he has believed from beginning to a new form of knowledge. And that was why Jesus Christ found it very difficult to bring back the teachings that men ought to understand. And so he said something that baffles me, that touches my heart. He said, that truth you know, it is that same truth that will set you free. Until we come to this maturity, until we come to this truth, we will never understand how to deal with our fellow human beings. We are one. Despite that we come from different backgrounds, despite that we come from different tribes, despite that we come from a different religion, we are created by one God. I want to say a story told by an old man. He met me so many years ago, and he happened to be my dad. He said to me, son, let me tell you, you see, the whole world is looking at one tree. This tree has many roots, and you can start digging the root from left, right, center, wherever you want to dig it from. You will definitely come to the trunk, the main tree. And now wherever you are digging that root from, that root will link you to where it is. Now, religion is also like that tree. That was what the old man told me. He said it's like a tree that has so many roots. You can start digging your root from wherever you want to, but you will get to the trunk, which is the tree. Now, if we begin to put religion as the branches of this tree or the roots of this tree, and then we come digging, definitely we'll come to the source. I want you to know that whatsoever religion you are practicing, whether Hindu, whether Krishna, whether Christianity, Judaism, Islam, name them, you will definitely come to one source, which is God who created you and I. And until we begin to understand that we have different roots that will bring us to the supreme God who created the heavens and the earth, we keep on fighting. No wonder today, if somebody touches you, you said, I'm going to revenge. Say Narama. For what? Who will fight for you? I understand from my Christian view that God is the one to fight your battle. He is the one also to see you through your troubles. No wonder he said to us that the battle belongs to him. Why then should I lift up my hands to kill a fellow human being, to shed an innocent blood, and then I begin to celebrate? I have killed him, I have killed her. We did not consider our fellow humans as humans. We become animals, hunting one another, shedding innocent bloods. God will ask you. Time has come that God is looking for true worshippers, those who will worship him in spirit and in truth. Wow! By this little explanation, I believe you know who your neighbor is. In case you don't know who your neighbor is, and you have a comment or you have a contribution, please, I am waiting. I desire to learn too. Please drop your comment in the comment box. And if in case you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Once again, I am Dennis Daniel, your host. God bless you.